exceptional customers. Yeah, Demir is also here. So I think let's start with the introduction one more time, if
Yes,
that's fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So Demir, we just started with the introduction. I will do it for you one more time. So as everybody's here, let me just introduce our esteemed panelists for the webinar. First of all, we have Mr. Navdeep Mehta. He's a CEO of Growero Technologies Private Limited. And with him, he's bringing 24 years of experience in marketing and sales, currently leading the company. With his passions in exceptional customer services, he has complemented the deep connections with the clients, especially during the field visits. Mr. Navdeep's extensive experience across South Asia and global market continues to drive innovation and excellence in agriculture industry. Secondly, we have Mr. Demir. He's the CEO of Cropto agriculture tokens. He's a digital transformation leader with a background in computer engineering and also in MBA. He's a forefront of integrating blockchain technology with the agriculture, leading the Cropto project to revolutionize agriculture investment through the asset-based commodity tokens. Right. So thirdly, we have Mr. Sanjay Borkar, the CEO and co-founder of FarmERP. Mr. Borkar is a visionary leader in EdTech with pioneering approach to the digitalization of agriculture since 2001. With an engineering degree in computer science from the University of Pune, he excels in developing and marketing enterprise and software solutions. And as a co-founder of FarmERP, Mr. Sanjay work has enhanced productivity, profitability, predictability in agriculture across over 30 countries. Lastly, but not the least, Mr. Gianni. He's the founder of Terrae and he's also a chief commercial officer with the deep expertise in the machinery industry, and his skills in negotiation, budgeting, sales, team leadership, and marketing strategies have consistently driven successful business development and growth. So I welcome you everybody once again. And from here on, what I will do is I will pass this insight session to Mr. Farid, who will be guiding us through today's discussion. Over to you, Mr. Farid.
Thank you so much, Sarita. Thank you so much for introducing our esteemed panelists. And hello, everyone, once again. So I hope you guys are doing great. So today we'll be discussing how evolving consumer trends are impacting agricultural practices and what this means for the future of agriculture. So we have an agenda lined up. We have some questions that we'll be asking to you, and everybody has their set of questions. So my first question would be directed to Mr. Demir. So Mr. Demir, can you please explain how are evolving consumer preferences for organic and sustainable products influencing agricultural practices and production methods?
Yes, thank you very much, and sorry for coming late as well. And actually, currently, as Cropto agriculture tokens, we are in the merging point of blockchain technology and the agriculture sector. And as you know, there are two main categories in any sector, retail consumers and wholesale consumers. And we can say B2B, B2C, C2B, G2C, government to customer, customer to government, etc. Actually, from our point of view, I can say that Cropto agriculture tokens is targeting to individuals to be able to invest in agricultural products. As you know very well, only the people or companies having some financial power are able to invest in agricultural products, agricultural sector, and the companies or the individuals should have some financial power and financial ability to be able to invest in huge amount of agricultural products. And by means of blockchain technology, for example, we tokenize 20 agricultural products, and 1 kilogram agricultural product corresponding to one Cropto token Cropto 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 corn token, hazelnut token, etc. And we target to individuals just at the streets. We want them to be able to invest in agricultural products like gold, like silver, like that. And we believe in that by means of this way, the agricultural products, the price of agricultural products will be shaped and formed in a more democratic and participant way. And this benefit will affect all the stakeholders of the agricultural sector, mainly farmers. And farmers, as you know, farmers are always complaining about the price of the agricultural products. And the main reason why the price of agricultural products are not fair, in our opinion, is because of the fact that there is no deep market in agricultural sector. Most of the investors in agricultural sectors are companies, big companies, huge companies, and therefore they manage the global agricultural market as well. And by means of blockchain technology we tokenize the agriculture products, just sleeping at warehouses. Agricultural products are sleeping at warehouses, and we tokenize them, and then we are opening this market, the agricultural market, to individuals. Any individuals all over the world can invest in agricultural products at any amount. 100 grams, 1 kilogram, 10 kilogram, 1 ton, just like that. By means of blockchain technology and blockchain technology dynamics. I can say that our family, my family is farmer, and we are cultivating wheat, barley, corn, hazelnut, rice, soybean. And since my childhood, we are facing with the price problems of agricultural products at the end of the harvesting period. And so therefore something needs to be done for the fair formation, democratic formation of the agricultural products. Something needs to be done, and we decided to integrate blockchain technology in agricultural sector. On one hand, there is the most traditional sector, agriculture sector. On the other hand, there is one of the most destructive technology in information technology sector. And we combine both of them, and we use blockchain technology as a catalyst to feed agricultural sector and to open agricultural product investing to all these planets, human beings. And so at the beginning of my speech, I said that there are two categories in consumer side, and wholesale and retail side. And we, as a company, and we are at the individual side, and we want normal people, regular people, to reach agricultural products without investing any soil, without buying any field. And so that's all I can say for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Demir, and I completely agree with you that the integration of technology with the agriculture can definitely bridges the gap that is there. So thank you so much for answering that. Anyone would like to add something to what Mr. Demir has said, or shall we move on to the next question? Yes, Mr. Borkar.
Yeah, hi. I think I support to what Demir has said. Typically using a technology, being a technologist and practicing it in the field of agriculture and agribusiness from last 1.5 decades, I would definitely say that that is the future, and we should focus on that. Now, talking about the typical trends in consumer demand in UAE, what I understand that there's a growing demand of organic food because many of the consumers are becoming aware of healthy food, and they are actually in demand of this. They're also promoting plant-based food. So the overall consumption above the global, this is above the global average in Middle East, which is around 65% according to one survey. Second important thing which I would like to stress here is the locally sourced food. So typically, there's a growing demand of made in UAE, made in Middle East food because there's a promotion for growing this food in the region. The problem being the import regulations as well as the limitations which it has on the consumption and the freshness because the time required to actually import it. So there's a locally sourced food. I would say it's a kind of a movement which is growing very fast. Third is traceability because everyone is now getting aware from where my food is coming and looking at the millennial population which is growing very fast. The tourism is growing very fast. People are more aware of from where my food is coming from. And that's where I think the consumer demands are changing very much in the region. I would say technology would definitely help in finding out the demand and supply gap for that region. I think that's all at this point.
Thank you so much, Mr. Borkar. Anyone, Mr. Navdeep or Mr. Gianni, would you like to add something to this?
No, I think it's perfectly mentioned by Mr. Demir and Mr. Sanjay. So I also second that thought, and also I also believe that farmers should definitely go with the technology. And where I see a big gap here in India and Southeast countries is basically we have the weather forecast. So now you can access from any mobile, but there is a gap of pest forecast. So which definitely need to be enabled for the farmers. Definitely that will going to help them to invest very right product and timely investments.
Really, agree.
Yeah.
So, okay, I guess we can move on to the second question, and that is directed to Mr. Navdeep. So, Mr. Navdeep, in your view, how can collaboration between consumers, producers, and policymakers drive positive change in agricultural production in response to these new trends?
Thank you so much, and hi everyone, hi my friends, and this is very interesting question, I would say, definitely, because there are three different, I would say, kind of a persona here, where one is consumer, one is producer, and one is policymaker. And how I see these ones are basically the consumers are the demand creators, producer are from the supply end, they have to cater that demand, and I see policymaker as a bridge between the demand and supply. So that's very important and very much give a positive impact in terms of bringing new trends and more productivity. But before I comment on more onto this, sorry, I just like to share my personal view on these personas, how these personas are, what are they are today, and what are their behaviors. Because these three personas are totally different. And bringing collaboration and aligning them is also a bit of challenge, but doable thing and very important thing to do.
I think there is some network issue at Navdeep's end.
Yeah, let me just send a quick message.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
No.
So producer are more focused on the yield enhancement, and they in that context they're also bringing more load of active ingredient onto the hectares. And at the same time, if you see, they are as I mentioned, is not so much aware with or backed up with the scientific technologies to understand the pest forecast in the crop they are growing, so that they can act proactively, not the curatively. So because all action they make curatively is already given a loss to the crop. At the same time, there is a big gap I can see for them is the value chain, because they are still facing challenges in terms of selling the crop at the right price so that they have a better ROI. So these things are there. At the same time, now the new generations are coming. So there is a yes and no for the new generation to show the interest in the agriculture. So there are a lot of cases we have seen that new generations, young generation are interested, doing wonders, but at the same time, new generation are going away from agriculture and they are more focused on other things. So these are the producer behavior at this moment. And at the same time, if you see the consumer, me also as a producer, at the same time, I'm also a consumer also. So what I'm buying is, I live in Mumbai, so it's a very fast life here. You go with the digital purchases, like you open the app and order anything you want. In terms of raw grains, I would say, but I'm not aware which kind of grade it is. I'm not aware what kind of quality it is. I'm just fulfilling the need of my family or for my kitchen, basically. But at the same time, if I say for the new generation also, yes, my friends have mentioned about the awareness about the health and everything. At the same time, my opinion is, yes, they are aware about health. They are very much health conscious. At the same time, we are not aware about the nutritional value of that particular grain. So that is a gap over there at the consumer end. And if I talk about the policymakers, they are the very much important to bridge the gap. But at the same time, policymakers are doing certain things, like they are running campaigns to encourage farmers or the producer to do a quality produce. But at the same time, there is a lack of incentive to do that quality produce. So this is the same time happening. They are giving subsidies for the new inputs, technologies, but at the same time, there is a lack of awareness and knowledge and benefits of adopting those technologies. That's my personal opinion, that they should definitely having those campaigns, but there is a limited use of those campaigns. And these three persona, if comes on a one platform or collaborate, definitely they can do wonders. Because if consumer understand the value of the, I would say, grains which is grown in a sustainable way, definitely producer will grow more, and definitely with the help of policymaker as a catalyst. So just I was thinking another day how to bring them on a single platform. Then I was thinking, oh, that's easy also. And if policymaker can make that happen only. Sorry. If going forward, if policymaker can create a common platform, again, it's a challenging but doable to bring producers on that platform and interested consumers on that platform, along with the policymakers and some NGOs, so that they can discuss about the sustainable agriculture, quality produce, nutrition value, healthy life cycle over there. So at this moment, we are definitely getting help of many other platforms to get the information about the healthy lifestyle, information about the nutrition value. But it is good to discuss one-to-one among the specially that producer which are growing for us, so that they can also aware of those things which are running in consumers' mind. So they can act accordingly, grow accordingly. So policymaker can play a role of catalyst in this and make a space for that common platform, so that consumer and producer can directly buy also with the quality produce with the help of policymaker as a catalyst. If another idea could be if consumer want to visit the producer, so there is no way. If you have friend, you can go. If you're working in agriculture, you can go and visit. But if I'm living in a metropolitan city, if I want to visit, I have that feeling. If this platform can help me to visit the local field of that particular producer with the help of policymaker again as a catalyst, so that will be help me to understand more about the producer, about the crop, about the grains I'm getting. So that will give me a more feeling about the agriculture. So also at the same time, they can appreciate each other on that platform. Definitely, last but not the least, trainings on nutritional value, training on nutritional diet and also healthy lifestyle for producer and consumer both is very much required. Yes, we can take an help of different, I would say, app or different platform to understand, but it's always good to have the right information for these particular subjects. Then only we can act. So I just want to summarize in that greener agriculture can be dreamed by one person, but it can't be delivered by or executed by a single person. It has to be a collaborative effort, which can be done by consumer, producer, and policymakers. And that has to be crafted in a certain way. Both are benefited, producer and consumer, with a enriched lifestyle with a good quality grains. So in my view, let's together craft that path for us and for our new generation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Navdeep, for answering the question and explaining it in a way. Yes, Mr. Gianni, want to say something.
First of all, good morning to everybody. I'm sorry, I was getting a technical problem, so I lost the first part of our conversation. Thanks to Mr. Navdeep, I heard part of his speech, and I agree with him. Let me propose to you our approach and our solution concerning your first query and the second one. We are farmers who are producing bio product, completely organic product. And for us, it was a very interesting experience to jump directly from B to B, directly to B to C. That was an approach, for our point of view, who can create the trustable chain between the producer and the final customer, and some good practices that we found out in Europe, especially on the northern part of Europe, which are the Solidarity Purchase Center. We find out that could be a solution to reach directly the final customer, offering them offering them the trustable sign that you are producing some foods in an organic way. Actually, our experience was helping us due to the fact that we was inviting the final customers in our farm. We are something about 20 hectares of 20 different species of fruits and olive oils and so on. And when you invite the final customers directly to you, they can touch by themselves the way how to grow the product, how do you taking care about the trees and the environment. This creates some basic first step in them huge town, which they are growing all around them a sort of purchase center. When they come back at home, they talk with the neighbors, with the friends, with the parents, relatives, and they can collect orders directly to the producers. So this is a big advantage for us because you can cut the selling phase chain from the producer to the final customers. So the producer can get a higher price when they sell, and the final customer can touch by himself what they are really buying due to the directly experience that one of them was discovering directly in the farm or in the producer field which they was invited in. So this kind of analysis could be very useful when you are talking about agriculture situation, as well as in Italy, medium and small farmers. Of course, when you are growing, when you are faced on with huge companies, this could be a little bit more difficult to get the trustable signs, because especially in our reality, in our regions, we are in the southern part of Italy. When they are facing huge companies, usually we find out that the final customers, they didn't trust so much on that kind of reality concerning the product that they are producing. Huge factories are using different kind of approach for an organic food. And this kind of jump from the medium small companies to the huge companies, farmer companies I'm talking about, it creates a sort of different feeling from the customer, which they didn't trust anymore on the producing chain, which kind of product they are going to find by the end. So on the northern part of Europe, the farmers are all big companies. But I saw Mr. Demir, he is coming from Turkey. Our farmers are more or less as in Turkey, medium, small sizes. Small producers, they are producing on the old way, using an organic approach. In Mediterranean area, this kind of approach is growing faster and faster. As you know, in Italy, as well as the Turkey, we have a special approach on the food. For us, it's one of the most important part of our life. So, concluding my analysis, I would like to underline that the future on the organic food could be very useful if you use new technologies and new application. For example, websites who are using you, who are helping you to reach the final customer directly, jumping the chain, the long chain that you can find when you are that you have in front of you when you are trying to sell some products. You have to cut that long chain, and the website can be the new application can be very useful on that way, because you can jump directly to the final customers. And regarding the new applications, the new technologies, from our point of view, we are taking care regarding the insects who are sorry, I cannot catch the words now, who are helping the trees to produce the new product, nectarifer insect. We are using in our reality some detectors, some spectrum, who are analyzes how many insects you have in your field and how many of them are helping you to grow organic food. So that's my preliminary, how I can say, analysis on organic food product and how to catch the market with organic food product. Sorry, but I have technical problem and maybe getting out of our conversation. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, Gianni. And I really appreciate the kind of emotional connect you are bringing by touch and feel of the crop. And it's really great. And all the very best. And thanks for sharing this.
So, shall we move on? Sure.
Sorry.
Okay. Yes. So, my next question would be directed to Mr. Sanjay Borkar. So, Mr. Sanjay, what emerging consumer trends should agricultural producers be aware of in the next 5 to 10 years, and how can they prepare for these changes?
I think I have shared few pointers before in my first comment. But typically, as we see, as the trend is growing on the local growth of the food. So typically, like farmers are focusing on growing something local. There's a lot of investments which are being happening in agriculture in the Middle East region. UAE has been expecting almost, I think, in the report which I read, almost US $10 billion from this sector in next 5 years as a targeting GDP contribution, which would be a creation of 20,000 jobs in this particular domain in UAE itself, in just one country. Now, what I'm saying is if these trends are going on increasing, when people are getting more aware of from where their food is coming, how their food is grown, again, adding to it, the new plant-based meat products are coming, which is also a growing trend, which in next 5 years is going to grow. I would again say that using a technology for this is definitely going to be useful. And rather useful, I would say that would be a prerequisite for growth in this domain, typically, which will help the growers, the policymakers, as well as the consumers. Because I'll just quote one of a case study here, because we have worked a lot in Middle East. We have provided our technology platform to many companies in there. Our recent deployment is for a semi-government organization in UAE, which basically is helping farmers grow vegetables in the greenhouses and then procuring it and then supplying it to the supermarkets in that region. So this actually starts from the point of view of supplying these vegetables which are grown locally to the supermarkets in 365 days. So the real challenge is how would you actually achieve this? There is a big problem because the farmers are small. They have their greenhouses, but how do you plan it? So we actually have given a very different approach to it, and our FarmERP platform is being used for this entire supply chain, vegetable supply chain, which grows, I would say, chemical-free produce. I would not say organic, but it is chemical-free or residue-free, rather, I would say, rather than chemical-free. We covered 3 ends in here. One is the growers, because the growers were, these are all Emirati farmers, Arab farmers, and they are growing in the greenhouses. So they were facing a lot of problems about growing the vegetables. Now we created one farmer-facing app, which is in Arabic. And this company who is responsible for planning the production, they basically have their own agricultural engineers, which could solve their queries coming from the farmer. So they would help them in giving the advice and helping them grow the best quality vegetables, which they would procure from them at a fixed interval with expected output. And they could achieve it because there's a lot of visibility because of the technology being used. Earlier, it was very difficult to even track what is happening at what level. Second thing which we achieved is when the farmers are giving their produce. By the way, this is a round the year process. So every day farmers come and give their produce. Of course, in summer season, the quantity is less, but in other season it's big. So getting it at the pack house, cleaning, grading, packing into the SKUs required by Carrefours and Lulus of the region, and then establishing the entire traceability. So from which farm this produce has come from. So this entire operations, including the logistic, because the trucks would go to the supermarkets, we have actually put it on our platform. And the company is using this entire platform to run their supply chain. The advantage is they could scale up very fast. One thing is they could plan. Second, now they could help farmers have better quality produce and give timely advice. Third is get the best quality products clean, graded, and packed for the consumers in the region, and then selling it to the supermarkets on round-the-clock basis, maybe round-the-year basis, and achieving the traceability. So all this is achieved using this platform. I would say this is going to be there's going to be an increase in using this across the region because everyone is looking out for digitalizing their operations. And I would definitely see this is a growing trend in coming years. I think that's all from my side. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sanjay. Thank you so much. I guess we need more platforms like FarmERP in the coming years to make agriculture a great success and profitable business, I guess. So, yes, I would like to move on to Mr. Gianni with my last question. So, Mr. Gianni, what impact do consumer trends have on the pricing and marketing strategies of agricultural products?
The price impact, actually, when you are producing organic product, especially in Europe, I'm talking about European market because this is the only market that I know in deeply. Actually, the price impact, it's in terms of value, it's very high. The main problem and the marketing strategies related on that must to be to build the trustable chain. In this moment in Europe, especially in Italy, the main problem is the greenwashing approach. This is destroying completely the reputation of many medium and big companies. The people are afraid on the product that they are selling only because they feel that by the end, this is only greenwashing. This is not something very concrete. It's only advertising. You pay a lot of money, a huge company pay a lot of money, build a forest, and that's it. But by the end, the product, it's not organic. It's not made on a proper way, let's say on the proper way from my point of view, of course. Actually, the marketing approach must to be, from our point of view, to preserve the trustable chain between the producer and the final customer. And the trustable chain, I would like to repeat, must to be by the end built with a direct contact from just one single trustable final customers. For example, we have customers, and actually for us are not customers, but partners, even if they are consumers, they are partners from Belgium, from Denmark, they are coming to us. They are very strict on how we grow our product. They are going very deeply on an environment approach. I mean, you preserve the product, you preserve your land, you use only natural technique to grow your product. Then they are coming back at home, and due to the LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever, each social media can be very useful on that way. they are advertising you because they was touching by hands your real concrete green approach. The greenwashing approach, it's really a problem on our field, and this could destroy the opportunity to get a high value price when you sell an organic product. So by the end, I would like to repeat my start of the previous sentence. The solidarity purchase centers are really very useful on that, because he goes back at home, he talks with his neighborhood, with the friends, relatives. I find a very good factory who is producing a very high quality product, and they make an order for all collected by themselves. When this kind of approach works, you can keep your high value price. You can preserve that, and the producer is able to introduce his product on the market with his own price. For example, this is a typical example, and I'm coming back to the friend from Turkey. We are producing olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. On the olive oil field, in this moment, there is a big revolution in Europe, because the Spanish company are buying Italian brands, olive oil Italian brands, just to collect them. They are producing olive oils, the most part of the huge olive oils, Spanish company. They are producing in a very unorganic approach, massive production. And the customer, they know that. Even in Italy, they are using Italian brands, but they are not anymore Italian olive oils producers. They are collecting olive oil all around the world. Thanks to the last European Parliament, we was preserve our product with some certification where you was collecting the olive, how you were collecting that olives. So the origin of your product. Actually, this is something to preserve the quality, organic quality of your product, and to avoid to mix different kind of oils and to produce a massive olive oil on the market. So if you have the opportunity to talk with a producer in Tunisia or in Algeria or in Turkey, in Greece, in Italy, we are collecting our olives on the old style, by hands, directly from the trees, only natural production, and by the end, this is an extra virgin olive oil. If you collect all the olives that you find all around you, that means also the olives, they are growing on the floor, and they are not anymore green because they are in decomposition phase, and you mix with other kind of oil, you can, by the end, even produce olive oil. But this is not extra virgin olive oil. So when they are coming to you, your partners, your final customers, but let's say the partners, and they saw how you grow, how you collect, how you pick up the olives from the tree, and we are doing that on the old style, by hands, with maybe technology, but very light technology. They don't have to destroy the tree. They don't have to damage the tree. And you do that as they do our grandfather or the grandfather, as we do from centuries, and you do on the natural approach, definitely you can sell your extra virgin olive oil on the price that you decide. You can keep the price by the end. but the trustable chain, it's really important. This is the most important marketing approach. You have to show them how to do. We have some customer from Netherlands. They are coming to pick up the olives from the tree because they would like to have the customer experience, to see how we do that on the old style approach. And this is the way, this is the marketing approach. You have to show them, you have to introduce them in your chain, in your production phase, and you have to let them see how we produce the original organic oil. If they saw, they come back at home and they spread that information all around you, and thanks to the Solidarity Purchase Center, they will send you orders. That's a very unusual from many point of view, but even a very old style approach. So from our point of view, from my point of view, we have to go back to build a future.
Actually, with the old techniques, yeah, we can achieve that. But I think the market, agricultural market, is so competitive. It has become so competitive that everyone has seen like it's a source to earn money with the easy way. Like you have said, people are selling the olive oil in inorganic way, basically inorganic olive oil, and you are producing and gathering the organic and selling the organic olive oil. So yeah, there's a gap, there's a thing that needs to be covered up with the things and with the policy makers, I guess, and with everything. Also, I appreciate and I agree with that. The customer has to experience basically the hands-on experience of a customer will get you more authentic thing and olive oil. Yes, I agree with that, Mr.
Yes.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. I think this is the end of the webinar. I would like to thank you all for joining the webinar. Hope to see you at the Dubai event in AgriNext conference.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you to
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.